Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take, or welcome for the first time. Today we're going to continue working on our design team project with Tina from ShabbyDabbyDooDah. I actually am so excited about this soft cover journal that I'm wanting to work on it, and I haven't wanted to do a journal in a while, so it feels good, you know. Okay, so the other day when I did hold on one sec. Okay, I'm back. I had to text Courtney our list for what he needs to pick up after work. So anyway, okay. So here's what I was going to talk about. So the other day when we did our journal cover, okay, Miss Tara made a mistake when she measured it. And I made it way too wide. Oh my gosh. You want to see how much too wide? Let me show you. Let's see. Here's a piece of 8.5 by 11. Cut, you know, folded in half. Look at that. If it's against the spine, check it out. So I had that much right. I'm like, oh no. Oh no, no, no. How'd I do that? How'd I do it? I told you, I don't measure, you guys, and there's a reason for it. I try. I was talking, somehow I made a mistake. I'm not really sure what I did. However, I looked at it and thought, oh my gosh, okay, so I could take this all down. But when I even attempted to pull on it, it is really glued down. So I was like, okay, I don't want to do that. So then I thought, okay, I could cut this off and recover, you know, like a part of it here. And that would have been an easy fix. I could have done that. I could have, you know, or I even looked at doing this because it's a soft cover. I could have folded it in and done it as a pocket. I was thinking of all these different scenarios. And I thought if I only had some legal sized paper that was in, you know, cardstock, I could do this. And then it hit me. And I did something bizarre that I've never done before. I'm going to use, these are all avocado dyed, and I just thought they looked really pretty. So that's the paper we're going to use. We're not going to use coffee dye in here. We're going to use that. What I did was I took 2 pieces of paper. Let me grab one that looks a little straighter. Some of them are really nice. Some of them are kind of cockeyed. It's okay, though. Anyway, I took 2 pieces of paper, and I measured it out, and I sewed them together. I glued them. And then I sewed around the edge on the line of them. I figure there's going to be goodies over them and everything else. But check it out. Isn't it kind of fun? And then I went in and I trimmed off the edge with my paper cutter. So now our main paper will fit. And so everything else that's in here, which will be some of these fun avocado dyed papers. These are my 2 little signatures I've started. And then the papers from Tina's kit, which I think what I'm going to do, because remember I only printed 2 in the cardstock. So what I think I'm going to do is print some more to go in these. But I have, there's going to be 6. Let's see. Let's make sure. Let me look here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah. So there's going to be 1 cardstock, avocado dyed. I did 2 of those, so there'll be 1 in each of the signatures. These have some of the coolest stains on them. And then we'll have 6 of the regular copy paper that's been avocado dyed. Okay? So there'll be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I usually put around 12 pages in my signatures. I think because I'm only going to do the 2 signatures in this one, that I might go ahead and make the rest of the pages I use Tina's kit. Okay? So that would, these two would make, what did I say, 12? So this would be 13 for signature. And then if I did 4 more pages printed out of her kit, or of any of the kits I'm using, because I'm using a multiple range of kits to do this journal. As you can see here, I'll show you. I have coffee dyed all the papers so that it looks very vintage and grungy and matches the grungy older look of this cover, because this cover was a darker, deeper, you know, kind of a goldish, coffee-ish color on some parts of it. So I thought, you know what? The paper was too bright the other way, but I've got three or 4 kits. Yeah, 4 kits that I'm pulling from. Okay. So I went into her shop because I wasn't given the names of all the kits. Some of them I was, but not all of them. So Red Birds is one of the kits, and Pink Parisian is another. I'm not sure on this one. I know I own this one. Or no, this is one no, I don't think I own this one. No, this isn't one I own. And this one, I'm not positive. Vintage Portraits or vintage something, I think. So what I did was I went in the shop and I couldn't identify them all. So I am just linking her shop. And y'all can shop. This is Redbird. I believe that's what it's called, Redbirds. And then, I'm not sure on this one. But anyway, so we have just got really grungy, old, vintage papers that are beautiful and fun. And so here's what I've done. I'll go ahead and sit this back over here. I was just kind of excited to show you guys. What I did do was I made a couple of chiffon ruffles that are going to go on page edges, okay? And I did them in the dark and light green. That's the color of chiffon that I had, but it goes with that journal cover. And because there's so many variations of green in this, they'll go good. So we created this the other day. We did this, and I added some ribbon, and then we did this one. And what I did was I folded all these little, this is an envelope. These are little half tuck spot envelope, you know, pockets. So I did those. Now, this I made yesterday, and all I did was I took a piece of paper, and I had used part of this to make these in our Mass Monday video. Okay, bookmarks for the journal. And so what I did was I took some of my trim that I love, and it's going to go through probably throughout this journal. And then the gold on there, I flecked the gold like I like. See it? Just splashes of it across the picture. Framed it around the edges. But all I did was I took the rest of that paper, folded it over, and gave it a hinge. I apologize. And then this is going to be a journaling spot. Okay? There you go. And I'm sorry, I've got a tickle. And then I have some Tim Holtz right there. The air is full of sunlight. The flowers appear on the earth. I thought that was a pretty, those were 2 different sayings, but I thought that looked kind of cool together. Try to get rid of that tickle. So today, I'm going to probably do, I haven't made this in a mass make, but I'm probably going to make some of these. But today we're going to use some of Tina's paper. And I'm going to make at least 1, but maybe 2. I don't know. What I did yesterday was I pulled a bunch of, and I'm trying to find them here. I'm always grabbing stuff and then moving it and I'm looking. Because I have a stack, a small stack of, let's see, where did I sit them? Here we go. I have a small stack. I'm going to do tags, of course, so we're going to make tags. I did one of these. This is one I told you about. Is this the one? No, never mind. This is closed. It's closed. It's just like what I did on this other piece here the other day. So, but I brought it just as a visual. We're going to do some policy envelope work, And then I really like this, and we're going to make this again. I had done this eons ago, and it's just been in my, it needs re-glued down. Obviously, it came up. But I love these little faux envelopes that you fold up like that. And when you open them, and I had done coffee stain paper, and we should just, I'm going to glue this because that's annoying. Let's see if I can get this to open up. Oh, yay. What do you know? So we're just going to throw, I'm just throwing some glue in here. Very haphazardly, as you can see. There we go. Anyway, so what I did was I brought out some samples of things that I know that I made with Tina through the years. I had to dig through that 2 big old baskets full of work and, yeah, a bunch of stuff. But there we go. So this is just a nice little journaling spot, and I thought that 1 or 2 of these in there would be cool. We'll see. Maybe a big one and a small one on different pages or something. Okay. It's just pretty. I love that, and I've just never decorated it yet. So anyway, yeah. So I was thinking policy envelopes would be fun. I'm going to make some tags. And we're just going to spend time making some things, and then there's going to be video on decorating with all the things that we've made, and yeah, and then we'll sew it together, and we'll what I'm gonna probably do, maybe I shouldn't tell you because I want it to surprise. Yeah, never mind, I probably won't mention it until later. Just forget I started to say anything. Okay, so let's look at what we want to do now. We have a ton of cute ephemera here that Tina had made in her kits, and these are smaller journal cards, and I figure these are all, you know, all this. Oh, there's another thing I wanted to make. Is I haven't done these in eons, but I did this with her. These are page edgers that you just take some scraps and strip it down and then sew down the middle, and isn't it adorable? And they were in my box. But anyway, these are all going to be fillers for pockets. These are little tags, which we will back these onto probably some cardstock so that they're nice and sturdy. More little journal cards to put in. Just tons of journal cards in these kits. They're all the different kits. So I figure we're going to use her papers to make a lot of pockets and things to store all these adorable things, you know, that we can then stuff into. We got these little tags. So yeah, these are all tags. And I was thinking we could even do some book page on the back of these for fun, like some vintage book page, instead of putting them on cardstock. And then what we could do is, and I don't know if I will, but I think I want to, what we can do is do some light coat of like ivory paint, acrylic paint, because that's gonna give them a surface to write on where the words are just kind of showing through, you know what I mean? So first of all, let's go ahead and let's pick a paper, and we're gonna make one of these, or maybe 2, because these are really a nice journaling space. Now I've got to look, and I have not made one of these in years. It's been 2 years, probably 2.5 years. But, oh, I like that paper. Let's use that one first. That one's nice. Okay, so let's open this and examine our work. It's just basically a concertina fold, you know, back and forth. So we are gonna, let me see, does she have it? Yeah. So we're gonna fold this almost in half, but we're gonna leave about, I'd say we do about 1 inch or so that we have that to fold over our edge, okay? And you can go back and find, Tina has done this probably 2 or 3 times now, because this is one of her mass makes. I do know that, okay? And then this edge Okay, then we're going to fold, let's see. We're going to fold it, I'm sorry, fold it inside out. And then you're going to fold this piece, right, yep. You're going to fold this piece to your edge, okay? And then we're going to fold this. Just making sure I do this right. I'm going to fold this one down. Okay. And what you're going to end up with is this edge, okay, that's going to be where you tuck. And then you're going to make sure when you do this that you cut these corners, because when you go to tuck this in, if you watch, okay, this way you have, it's not going to get stuck in there, because otherwise it'll get stuck. But what you want to do is you want to fold this, not all the way down, but you want to fold this so that it goes over and leaves you a gap where you're going to put some glue to hold this down, okay? So we're going to fold this to about 3/4 of an inch, approximately. So you have this little gap between your fold, okay, and the part of that, all right? And then I am going to cut this down because I want it to be shorter. So before I trim, before I trim, okay, this edge off, I want to make sure I've cut it down so that it fits on the page well. And then now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut a corner. And I'm just going to grab my corner like we do and use it over here. Okay. All right, and then we're going to put a little bit of glue in this crevice here. I'm going to run it along that fold. Come on, come out. Don't do a thick line, just a small line, because you don't want it to run down. You want it to just seal this over your edge. Okay. Hopefully I did that right. Okay, and then when you open this, please open, there we go. Now you have all this beautiful space to write on, journaling space, beautiful. And it's a really cute little, it just pops. Well, once it's dry, I'm not letting it dry enough, but once it's dry, it just pops right back in there, okay? And you're going to be gluing it in. Now you could put a cute paper clip on this, okay, and then have it as a clip in, but I'll be gluing mine, so I'll be putting glue on this back part, so that's the part that'll stay. Or you could glue it in, yeah, I guess you could glue it in as a belly band as well, and you know, either way, but you want it to hold to the page, or you want it to be a floater, whichever you decide. But that's one of those pieces. Isn't that cute? I really love these. And you could actually stick a cute decorative paper clip on the edge. You don't even have to have dangles, but you could have dangles if you wanted to keep it closed. We could use, you know, one of these little guys, just like so, and then you'd have a dangle coming off the edge. But that's only, I would say, if you're going to make it a floater or a belly band. Okay, and let's see, so now I have that piece for the journal, which I'm super excited. We're getting this done. We're getting her done. Now what do I want to make next? Let's see, where's my stack? Let's do a policy envelope. Okay, now you can do the policy envelope like this, okay, with it in the middle. But you can also do one on the side so that your closure's on the side and you have a flat surface. I've done both. Let's pick a piece of paper. My dogs, my next door neighbors are barking and barking and barking again. I kind of want to mix in, I want to mix in different kits. This one's really nice because, oh, I like this one too. And that one. Let's do this collage. Would that be good? For a, let's see. I'm trying to decide if I want it to be on the side or not. We'll just do this one in the center. And you can make these as big or small as you want. You can cut this paper down, or you can make it wide, you know. So like, I don't know, how big do I want this? Because I kind of like a nice size one here. Since I've got those big pages now in that journal, I think it'd be okay to have one that's a little bit wider. I would not normally make it this wide for a regular page in a junk journal. However, like I said, because I've got that the way it is, I think it'll be okay. And then how tall do I want it? Let's see. It's going to fold down about 1 inch on the bottom. I'm going to fold up. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and bring this in at an angle. This will be the bottom, and I'm just going to trim that off. Try to do it a little better. There we go. Okay. These are super easy. We have not, I don't think we've made these in a mass make. I really like these in my journals, so we may do one here pretty soon for fun. Let's see, make sure that's folding up okay. All right. Okay, and then I'm going to bring this down. So I'm going to make it about that tall. Now, for me, this is always a challenging part because I always do things crooked. I'm shocked that this is as straight as it is. I mean, I'm looking here. I want to look at my work and see, make sure I do this right. So I know Tina, see, I always do this wrong, and I want to make sure I do it right. So if I'm not mistaken, she brings this corner in and she kind of cuts it at an angle up into that corner, okay? So that it kind of swoops down in the front a little bit. Mine's done slightly here. So I'm going to attempt to do this correctly. Let me do it correctly, Lord. Okay, I want to make Tina proud. I'm serious. Okay, let's see here. Hopefully I am doing this right. Okay, did I do it? Let's see. Pretty close. Not perfect, but closer than I usually do stuff, so. Okay, now this is the part where I get befuddled, is doing this angle thing. I kind of mess that part up usually and have to fiddle with it. So let's see. The first side I did decent. Let's see if I can do the next side. Well, you know what I can do? To help myself. is I can use this as my, I'll go ahead and use this as my guide on this side. There we go. Get it. Okay, there. All right, here we go, guys. Don't mess it up, Tara. Oh, thank you, Lord. Help me, Jesus. I still went off a little bit, but well, it could be worse. It could be so much worse. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to put this part on top. Now you can tuck your bottom in if you want, or you can leave it out. I'm going to put mine out. I kind of like it to show, but you don't have to. And then I'm just going to run my glue right along this edge, very thin, okay? Because I don't want it to seep over. And I'm going to run it along this edge as well. And hopefully I'm doing this right. There we go. Okay. Hopefully. There we go. Pretty, pretty. I think I don't feel any overage inside. That's good. Now we're going to close off the bottom. Just run our glue along the bottom here. Okay. There we go. Okay, now fold that over. There. So cute. Okay. And now I'm going to kind of roll this a little bit because it's a tiny bit like perking out, you know, like pushing opposite direction. Now we're going to do the closure. And I have, I believe, up here. Let me grab it. Ouch, ouch. Me and my knees. My right knee hurts so bad sometimes. Okay, I have two different colors. Aw, man. Tara Renee. I am so clumsy, you guys. Oh, so clumsy. Sorry. I totally dropped my baker's thread. Anyway, let's just roll this back up. So we have a burgundy color, like this maroon, and then we have the pink. What do you think? I think the pink, and I'm going to distress it a little bit. Okay, and then what I like to do, let me grab my, where are they? My little jar. I'm wondering if I should make a match, like I could do them out of this. Yeah, and glue them to this. I have these that are just the plain brown. And I'm thinking that if I did two of these, this should be kind of cool. Kind of cool. I'm going to use this paper that matches. I don't know if this side will, let's see. Oh, maybe. There. All right. There we go. Cool beans. Okay, so we got those. Where are they? Here. All right. Now, we're going to go ahead and glue these. You can also, of course, use your glue stick. Certain things I love glue stick for, but with thicker paper, I don't really trust it so much. So I'm just gluing that to the base there. Okay. And then I'm gonna get my brads, and I'm gonna show you my little trick that I do. Part of it I learned from Tina, actually. But part of it, here they are. I forgot I moved them. I got one of these little cases from Walmart and moved them into this. So since we've got, let's see, should we use the, like the rose gold? No, I think we just keep using the, I want the shorter ones though. I have some with shorter prongs on them. Let's see. That's a nice one, like a coppery color. I can find, just need 2. Are those, yeah? Yeah. All right. Now, I'm going to grab 2 more of these because I have a little part, like I said, part of the trick, oops, wrong one. Part of the trick I learned from Tina, where instead of putting the brad through the paper, we glue the piece to the paper and it just saves a little bit of time. The other part I learned from me because, let me grab my pokey tool, because I liked the way that I was able to tie my stuff off with my thread or my, you know, baker's twine. So what I do is I lay it on an inch. I use an inch one and I just kind of try to get it right in the center there using the square as much as I can. Okay, just push that through. So I have a little hole and then I can go ahead and, oops, if I can get it to stay. There. Okay. Get that a little bit deeper. I'm just going to take it like this because that way I don't poke my finger. All right, there's that one. And again, can you guys see? Just sit it on a square as even as I can. And grab that middle part. Okay. There. All right, now go ahead and get some of this twine ready. And I'm going to cut it long, but I will just cut it off when where I don't need it. And I'm going to grab my, sorry about that, I'm yawning. This is like my 4th video today. I did 3 devotionals because it's Friday, so you know I always do those ahead of time on Fridays. I try to do the weekend into Monday. And so I did those, and now I'm doing this video before Cordy gets home, which he'll probably be getting off work here pretty soon. So I'm just distressing this twine so it's not quite so bright white. Okay. I'm just running it under my dauber in case you're wondering why I'm doing that. It just gave it a little darker look, but it's still got the pink. Okay. Now, here's what I'm going to do. And this is the part I was going to tell you is kind of my thing. I push the brad through and then I open the prongs, okay? And then what I do is I start the knot, get it started, and I kind of make a small circle. Then I lasso the brad prongs, okay? And then I close it off. For me, this is the best way that I have found to get my string where I want it. It stays there, and I'm good to go, okay? And then I do my glue. So that's my little thing. And on this one, of course, we don't need string. We're going to wrap it around this. And the reason I did the 2, in case you're wondering, I wanted to firm up the top one. That's why I glued it to that one. And the reason I have this is because my twine is going to wrap between there. Okay? And that's for all of you who've not done this trick. You know, newbies. Our little newbies. Just in case, because Make sure your circles are even before, and as you can see, it's pretty good guess at when you use the square. So now you just decide where you want them. I'm going to go ahead and put this one at the top. I'm going to sit it so that the thread's coming down straight. Okay. And then I'm going to use my hot glue. And this is where it gets sealed pretty good. And your thread is then really on there, you know. I'm going to go ahead and try and make this as straight in the middle as I can. Okay. One thing I didn't do, which I should have, I meant to and I didn't, is go around these edges of the paper where it's white. Just kind of, I should have done that before I did this. There we go. I'll do it on this one so you see what I mean. Just kind of darkening up the edges where I punched the holes. There. All right, now I'm going to put this where I want it, decide it's about right. Okay. And you want to make sure your glue is, you know, around all the way, but don't take it right to the edge because it might seep out over the edge. But now your little holes, I mean your little things, you can kind of run your nail through there or something thin just to make sure. But now you have, oops, you have that space to put your twine, see, between that paper. And the part that I learned from Miss Tina, she would recognize if she's watching, is gluing these on instead of trying to push the brad through and do all that. Okay, so there is our policy envelope. Isn't it cute? And now we're going to go ahead and darken our edges. Very cute. I love policy envelopes. I just think they're so adorable. Done with, you know, really pretty paper. I should have done that edge before I glued it down, but, you know, you win some, you lose some. I wasn't paying attention. I was more focused on doing it correctly. I haven't made one in a while, and I was doing it off the cuff with you guys. Now, I will be gluing this in, more than likely. Sometimes I will stick these in like a back pocket folder, you know. We might actually do a pocket folder for this journal. I haven't done one of those in ages. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You'll recognize it right away. We made some actually on the channel year and a half ago when I first started. And we made them for our, like, to use to store stuff. But they're really nice to put in a journal as well if you're using the right paper and stuff. So there's that one. How much time do we have? Oh, cool. Come on through. There we go. And you're gonna, you know, have to kind of, you don't want to bend it or anything, but just make sure it wedges up. It'll get used to being used and stop sticking. There. Okay, so now we've done that one. And we've done this one. So cute, right? I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now I'm thinking, do we want to do... Let's go ahead and decorate. Should we decorate? Or should we make one of these? Let's make one of these first. This is another one I did. Not from anything of Tina's paper, but... Oh, I think we might use this paper. This would be pretty. This one here would be good for that. How big do I want it? I'm going to make it. Let's see. Hopefully I cut that evenly. Now these are super easy. I think. I'm debating. Because once I fold this up, it's going to be upside down, but then again, it's going to be inside. Yeah, that's true. So I'm not going to worry about that. Okay, so we need to get these as even as possible. Okay. And it's not easy to get that perfect little V there, but now you don't have to glue these down. You could actually leave them so that you can lift them and right underneath there. But I think I'll probably glue mine down. Okay. It's not a foregone conclusion. You can do it how you want. I just like them the way they are with the little sharp edge on the top like an envelope. I think they're so cute. Basically a faux journal, a faux envelope journaling space. That's what I'm calling it. I don't know if that's what everybody else called them. They're one of the first things I ever learned to make, actually. Okay, so now you want to leave a little bit of space when you fold this over. Okay. It's kind of funny too, because no matter how good you get it in the center, these I find are always a little bit off for me. My spacing of where it ends up is always slightly different. If you look, this one is a little bit longer than this one. I'm a little bit off in my, I can see it. Not really sure how that completely happens, but I'm bringing it down a little bit and hopefully making it a little more even. There we go. Okay, so now you can either do one fold. I'm going to make this one, let's see, I think I'm going to fold this portion and then bring it up like this. Yeah. Oh, that's off. I'm totally, how did I get so off? Let me see. No? It's very crooked how I did it. It's probably my cut, you know, where I cut it, I would think. So what I'll probably do, it doesn't look that bad, but I'm going to trim it just a little bit along here to even it out. Okay. Now, what you can do here is you can do a little bit, yeah, I'm seeing where this looks like it's kind of not in the center. That's annoying. So what I'm going to do to cover this little faux pas here is I'm going to put some of my netting, I think, at the top. Just a thin strip of it. I'm going to cut some. Yeah, it just doesn't look quite right. Now this is going to get glued in. Oh, I didn't cut it long enough. Shoot. Try measuring. Yeah, things were going too smoothly for me. So I'm going to just do a thin line. Okay. And run it along the top to give this some flair. Give it a little bit of flair. So we did, what, 3 pieces today. And I'll try to get one decorated here for us. I need to go through, I have a basket full of Tina's fussy cuts and stuff, and I need to go grab it, and I don't have it right here with me, but it's got a lot of, you know, her little stuff that would go really good. But I do have this basket right here that's full of stuff from her. So I'm thinking we've got this basket. Oh, like we could do this as a closure. I have other ones too. Let's see. We have smaller. Oh yeah, we've got all kinds of goodies in here, and most of them are Tina's. Not all of them, but a good portion. That's too big. I like that one, but I'd like to have it in tan. I'm looking in here to see if I have something like it. Ah, this is one of Tina's. I think this is one of her. Is this one of your adverts, Tina? Or, yeah. So we're just gonna hold this right here. I just want it to hold, you know, kind of spread that glue. Don't want it to run. I don't think it will. There. Okay. I should have done this, but I can do it now. It's okay. Just a little bit. It's going to be a lot of blingy gold in this one, in this journal. Because I love blingy gold, and so does Tina. I know she's talked about it too. So, and then we can just kind of dash it across a little bit. Okay. Where's my dry wipe? I need my dry wipe. Here we go. So now you've got a cute little journaling space. Okay, and you just open it up and journal and close it back up. Perfect. So cute. Okay, I am going to distress on the inside here. And you could line this with coffee dyed paper as well, because this has already got the coffee dyed look. I don't need to do that. It's not necessary, and it'll be cute. Okay. Just along this edge, since we can see this part. The other part is so dark, I'm not worried about it. And I am going to add a little bit of gold here. Gotta have it match, right? There. I think that one is decorated enough, actually. And once this dries, it'll be fine. But see, it's cute. Okay. Now let's do this pretty baby. Ouch. I always have my legs up on this sewing basket, and sometimes they cramp, and you hear me go, ouch. That's because my knee or my foot is cramped up because of the way I've been holding it. in the same position for an hour. That happens. So what do we want to use on this one? This is a project I just started on the members only videos. I do members only videos with my platinum members, and I am doing a new folio. So at the request of the members. So let's see. What was I going to grab? Oh, I was thinking of possibly using one of my girls on this part here. Just for decoration. Let's see, maybe. Too yellow. Wrong era. Well, that would be pretty because those roses are in there. I like to distress the edges of these when they're super white. These don't need a ton of decoration. First of all, none of Tina's papers need a ton of decoration because they're so beautiful on their own. But this piece doesn't need a ton of decoration. Plus, it's going to be such a writing spot that you don't want, we do need to distress it. You don't want to over decorate it because it would be bumpy for them to write on, at least in my estimation. Now, I'm going to let me grab something here. Let me grab a piece of, I don't have a piece of paper offhand, so I'm just going to grab one of these and I'm going to put it underneath because I don't want to get this all up on the inside of my paper. Come on. There we go. Okay. All right. I'm so excited about this journal. I really haven't been this stoked about a journal in a long time. So I just realized that little stamp is going right over the edge here. I'm going to trim that little tippy corner. Sorry, this is a bit of a process here. All right. So it's Friday, gosh. Okay, for you guys it's not Friday, but for me it's Friday. I'm like, woohoo. I don't know why. I do the same thing every weekend. I go to the laundromat. Y'all know my schedule. I go to the laundromat, and I go to Walmart, then I go back and pick up my clothes, then I come home, put away my groceries, put away my laundry, and then hopefully I make lunch for Courtney and I, and then hopefully he takes a nap and I get to record. That's my usual schedule. But it's just nice knowing my honey's home and that he gets to rest. He works so hard, you guys. You know? He just really works hard, and I like when he gets to take his naps on Saturday because he deserves it. There we go. Got the lines. Oh, love the lines. Look at that. Looks nice. Now we get to, did I get that top one there? Now we have to do the outside. Oh gosh. I'm sorry. This is boring. I apologize. It's so worth it when you're done though, right? When you get it all distressed, it's so pretty. What is it about vintage photo? Tim Holtz, he knew. You know, you can also use shoe polish. I've used shoe polish before to distress, and it does work. A little messier, a little smellier, but it does work. Okay, we are done with that part. Thank goodness. All right, there. Tuck this back in. Now, once this is glued down, this is one of those pieces that it's super. It's a big difference when you go to glue it down. When you go to shut it once it's been glued down. It's one of those pieces that it needs that stability, and once it has that stability, it's real easy to make it cooperate. Okay. Now I'm looking here. Do I want some? I could do some lace on this one. That would be pretty. And like. Yeah, but then that's going to make it bulky. That's the part that I don't want to do. So, let me see. Maybe something pretty and frilly. Maybe. Wouldn't be quite as bulky. You know, I love my goodies here. I'm just looking through my stuff real quick. We have bows, we have butterflies. I really need to print some more of Tina's butterflies and cut them. I really do. I probably should do that for this project. What do I have here? Let's see. We've got some little boots. Do I have any in the right color? I have purple. I don't really think I do. I do have a pink balloon. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, you know what? This might actually go on here. I have some from this other kit. Let's look. I do have that. I have a brown boot, and then I have a pink boot. And a couple of butterflies. I have a little bit bigger mirrors as well. There's a smaller pink one. This one's. I was wondering if I had a bigger pink one, but I have bigger blue ones. Doesn't look like I have a big pink one. Shoot. What I was thinking was to do kind of a little, let's distress this first and see what I get. I was thinking to do like a little collage, a little pretty, feminine, you know, frilly collage with like a mirror and a boot and a butterfly. I thought that might be cute. right. So are any of you creating a journal with me? Or are you just watching? Something like that. I don't want anything that's going to be too overwhelming. And then probably, you know, a phrase here and there. I hear somewhere on here, or a word or two of sentiment. I have all these fun little things of Tina's. Beautiful. I just saw one that was, there we go. And then I like for it to make sense, but true, strong. Is there other words in here that would go with these? Oh, there we go. How about that? That says true beauty. Let's try that. Just really quick, let me pick these up. Get them out of my way. Oh, you know what? This little bow, but this is from my own journal. That's my own digi kit. I guess I could use it though. Maybe. I don't know. Do I want to? I think. I don't even know if I'm going to use that. Maybe I'll use the bow and the boot, but the butterfly, and then true beauty. Okay, so we're going to distress everything, and then we'll be done, almost done. We are going to do a diamante on the butterfly. Just one of the small pink ones. It won't really be a heavy impact on the cut. Oops. Oops. Okay. A little bit of glue. I just like this for her because she's so girly, the one that's in the picture, and just kind of, oopsie, kind of goes with her. Doing something very, should I just do those two? I'm going to go for it. It's kind of the stuff that I do off the cuff like this and don't think too hard about and just go for it, that I end up coming back and looking at it and liking it. So I'm just going to do it. You know, I love to collage in any way I can. I am going to distress these two here. A little bit too much on here. All right. Let's see. I don't want to do a ton of stuff on the roses because I really love them. So there. Now, almost done. Okay. I probably should get my little scissors, huh? It's only when my nail's too long that I can't cut into this very well. So I think we're going to have chicken tenders for dinner tonight. Usually we have Mexican food, but we're kind of burned out on it. And they raised the prices. Oh no, they finally raised the prices on the menu over there. So yeah, kind of, we don't know. Okay, so just let that dry there, and then it's gonna kind of, True Beauty. Yeah, I think I'll do that. A little bit of gold, a little dab of gold will do ya. Oopsie. Okay. Here. Here. Yeah, I just make this really yummy, super low fat ranch, and we get chicken tenders over at over at Safeway at the grocery store, and that's usually what we do if we don't get our Mexican food. You guys have a favorite Friday night ritual that you eat out? Or I just don't like to cook all week, you know. I was thinking I could put another piece of this down onto the edge here. That would look pretty on here, but maybe I'll wait. And I don't want to overdo it with my netting, but I love that stuff. It just adds, at least to my eyes, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I think it really adds something to your piece. There we go. Go ahead and do a little, because they can write on this part too, just not on this back piece will be, you know, covered up because it'll be tucked or glued down, I mean. All right, we are set. I hope you guys had fun today, that you got inspired, and that you're going to try some of these. If you're making a journal with me, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it. And let's take a gander really super quick, just to recap on what we made today, because we got 3 more pieces done for our journal, which is always a great thing. We got this piece done, this one, and our little adorable policy envelope. Okay, so I really like them. I hope you guys do too, and I hope you give them a try. I love you so much. Thanks for being a part of my journey in the what was I calling it? The Scrumptious ShabbyDooDah Junk Journal. So thanks for being a part of this journey with me. And if you like today's video, or you receive some value from it, please hit like and subscribe to the channel and become a part of Tara's Take family. We'd really welcome you to be a part of our lives. We love each other here, and we love to encourage each other. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, Tara's Take Family on Facebook, and also Tara's Take is my page, You can follow there to see everything that's new in the shop and any new videos I post and all that good stuff. So I love you guys. God bless you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.